Chikirshaya, being so desirous,
Tayo,
of them, two,
however,
Balavan, to give strength, Indraha, demigod in heaven, Adanam, activities of the hand, Ubhaya Ashrayam, dependent on both the demigod and the hand. Translation purport by His Vedanta Swami Shri Gopal ki Jai. Translation. Thereafter, when the Supreme Person desired to perform varieties of work, the two hands and their controlling strength and Indra, the demigod in heaven, became manifested, as also the acts dependent on both the hands and the demigod. Please repeat. Thereafter, when the Supreme Person desired to perform varieties of work, the two hands and their controlling strength, and Indra, the demigod in heaven, became manifested, as also the acts dependent on both the hands and the demigod. Purport. In every item, we can note with profit that the sense organs of the living entity are never independent at any stage. The Lord is known as the Lord of the senses, Rishikesha. Thus, the sense organs of the living entities are manifested by the will of the Lord, and each organ is controlled by a certain type of demigod. No one, therefore, can claim any proprietorship of the senses. The living entity is controlled by the senses are controlled by the demigods, and the demigods are the servants of the Supreme Lord. That is the arrangement in the system of creation. The whole thing is controlled ultimately by the Supreme Lord, and there is no independence of either the material nature or the living entity. The illusion living entity, who claims to be the Lord of her senses, is under the clutches of the external energy of the Lord. As long as a living entity continues to be puffed up by his tiny existence, he is to be understood to be under the strict control of the external energy of the Lord, and there is no question of liberation from the clutches of illusion, Maya. However much one may declare himself a liberated soul.
So Hare Krishna, thank you very much coming in for the Srimad Bhagavatam. Second canto, chapter 10, text 24. So we are continue reading this manifestation of the Super Soul, creating one organ after the other. Yes? So we have read that he created the tongue, the ears, the sight. So today he is manifesting his arms, and the arms, two hands and their controlling strength. So we know that in the body, the head represents the Brahminical order, Yes? 11, 5, 2. Four social orders. Sri Chamasa said each of the four social orders headed by Brahmana was born through different combinations of the modes of nature from the face, arms, thighs and feet. Right? Of the Supreme Lord in His universal form. Thus the four spiritual orders were also generated. So that from the body of the Lord. So now He is manifesting His arms. Yes? Next verse. No. Go back to the other verse. Go back to 2. Okay, here. Okay. Right, the Brahmana appeared as his face. The king has his arms. The Vaishya his thighs and the Sudras are born from his feet. So the arms signify the Kshatriya race. Yes? Head represent Brahmana. Then the thighs or sometimes the belly represent the Vaishyas. And the feet is the Sudra. So we have know that the Brahman is very important because without the head the body is useless. Yes? Is it not? But you also know that the head cannot protect by itself. Can the head protect by itself? And the head is very important. And if the head goes, then the whole thing is finished. Correct? So in order to protect the head, you need the... Yes? So in other words, to protect the Brahminical order, you need the what? Yes? Like now you see, classic example, especially in Kali Yuga, there's no more Kshatriyas. Yes? Correct? And as a result, people who are practicing religion, they are at very great risk. Classic example is seen in Bangladesh. Yes? Because there is no Kshatriyas to protect. You understand? So see how relevant and important the Kshatriyas are required. Yes? Because the governments are now very secular. They don't, what do you call that, protect anybody. Of course, the police is there to give protection, but we are talking about religious wise. So unless there is protection, the Brahmanas cannot preach. Yes? You understand? So see how important the Kshatriyas are. How you go? 1:18:42. Oh my boy, your intelligence is immature. Therefore you have no knowledge that the king who is the best among human beings is as good as the personality of Godhead. Is never to be placed on an equal footing with common man. The citizens of the state live in prosperity, being protected by its unsurpassable progress. See why the protection is so important? Yes? This is about, Samika Rishi telling the boy, What's his name? Sringi. Correct? He cursed the Parikshit Maharaj to die. So the father woke up from his trance and he chastised his son. What are you doing? Yes? For some insignificant offense of putting the snake on my head, you have done a very big offense. Yes? Carry on. Dear boy, the Lord who carries the wheel of chariot is represented by monarchical regime. And when this regime is abolished, the whole world becomes filled with thieves who then at once vanquish the unprotected subject like scattered lambs. Yes, can we see now? Plus, there's no Kshatriya to protect Dharma. Yes? As a result, how people are getting very much abused. Yes? Due to the termination of monarchical regime and the plundering of people's wealth by rogues and thieves, there will be great social disruption. People will be killed and injured, animals and women will be stolen, and all these sins we shall be responsible. So when there is no more Kshatriya king, is the what will happen? Huh? There will be so many what? Rogues and thieves. There will be great social disruption, chaos. Correct? People will be killed, as you see is happening. Correct? Yes or no? Your neighboring country. Yeah? Would you want to go there? Why? Because there is no protection. And they are killed. Yes? Right or not? And the women, they have no protection. Yes? You see how the Kshatriyas are very, very important. Yeah? At that time, the people in general will fall systematically from the path of progressive civilization in respect of qualitative engagement of the caste and orders of the and the Vedic injunction. Thus, they will be more attracted to economic development for sense gratification, and as a result, there will be unwanted population on the level of dogs and monkeys. You understand? Vanna Sankara Vijayate. That was the argument of Arjuna. So if I kill, then there will be no more man. The woman will be unprotected. And when they are unprotected, they will be indulging in illicit sex, adultery, and as a result, unwanted progeny will come. And one unwanted progeny will not do any more sacrifice and prayer. As a result, everybody will go. And this is already, although the Brahminical order is very, very important, also very important. You understand? Without protection, you cannot practice your dharma. Can you practice your dharma without protection? It's not possible. And when you don't have protection and when there is no preaching, then everybody will become like what? It's already visible. Correct? Yes? You see how detrimental it is, how dangerous. Yeah. It's not that the Shastra is speaking some story. Yeah? It's already happening. And when you go into this kind, can you get any peace? Huh? Can you live peaceful? It's not possible. Next. Emperor Parikshit is a pious king. He is highly celebrated and a first-class devotee of the personality of Godhead. He is a saint among royalty, and he has performed many horse sacrifices. When such a king is tired and fatigued, being stricken with hunger and thirst, he does not at all deserve to be cursed. So that's why the king is called Naradeva, God in the form of human person. Understand? Huh? Inside the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, the saintly kings heard it in this way. You know? Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, you know? Evam parampara pro. They're not just they're not just Rishi. You understand? Huh? Raja Rishu Viduha. Why they are called Raja Rishis? Because it's now described, Parikshit Maharaj is a saintly king. He is not only a king, he is what? Why saintly? Because he is representing the Lord. And he also knows the scripture. You know, some fools, like nowadays, by political vote, they become so-called MLAs and ministers and whatnot. And they are, actually, the Indian politics, the ministers are the worst. They have so many criminal records. Is it not? And they voted to become what? Criminals. But here you see, on the contrary, saintly personality. So to govern, you need somebody who is qualified. Not some rogues and thieves. You follow? And what they will think, we will come to that. So go back to the other verse. There's no 118. Where are you? 118 what? Go down, next verse. This is the verse. Next verse. Right. So you see, to curse the king was not a very good idea. The father what? Got upset with the word. So in Kali Yuga, all the Brahmanas who were not killed in Dwapara Yoga like that, they are given a chance to take birth. All the demons. Huh? No, the demons, they were given a chance to take birth in Kali Yuga as Brahmanas. Do you know that? Huh? The verse is here in 118 now. It's going to be there. You go down, I think it's 118:47, I think. You can see, you can go down. Why, what? Kurma Puranam or something there. What Puranam? Varaha Puranam. Yeah, 118:47. There's no in 118:47. Go to 118:47. Go down. You can see Vara Puranam. There. See the Varaha Puranam? There. Hello, go up some more. But if the question is raised, why the Brahmana community as a whole has made responsible, so now we see in Kali Yuga, especially you see very clearly, all the so Brahmins who are taking birth here, they are the worst rascals. They eat meat, not even meat, they eat beef. Yes? Huh? They are so obnoxious, they do all kind of nonsense, is it not? Hello? Huh? Why? Yes, here. The answer is given in the Varaha Purana that the demons who acted inimically towards the personality of Godhead but were not the Lord in the families of Brahmanas to take advantage of the age of Kali. See? All the demons are becoming what? Brahmanas. And what they will do, demons? They will defile. Yes? Correct? It says, they say there is no God. Correct, demon? Chapter 16 Bhagavad Gita. Correct? What to do, what not to do. They will simply do something to mess up the whole world. Yes? Demons. They don't believe in, they think everything came just by sex life. They are not clean. I think the whole chapter 16 you can read, no? You know or you don't know? You don't know. Okay, we will wait, go up, so we finished. But the demons, no. But the demons, instead of utilizing the good opportunity, misuse the Brahminical culture due to being puffed up by vanity and becoming Brahmanas. The typical example is son of Samika Rishi and all the foolish sons of the Brahmanas are warned hereby not to become as foolish as Shringi and to be always on guard against the demonic qualities which they had in their previous birth. The foolish boy was of course excused by the Lord, but those who do not have a father like Samiki Rishi will be put into great difficulty if they misuse the advantages obtained by birth in a Brahmana family. Yes? You understand this? You see how the whole thing has become completely corrupt. Yes? And the Brahmanas, they do something, then all others say, hey, the Brahmin is doing, so why I cannot do? Yes? Yes or not? Right? Brahmin's cafe. What they sell inside? Huh? You understand? So there is no Kshatriyas to correct. Then everything will become finished. Yes? Kshatriya's duty to make sure the Brahmin is working according to his quality. Kshatriya is ruling properly. And then what? Huh? The Vaishyas are acting properly. And that's why this Varnashram is so important. When Ram wanted to take over the kingdom from his brother, who is his brother? Bharat. He wanted to take, because Bharat was holding it for him to come back. If he doesn't come back, he was going to commit suicide. Correct? So he quickly, Ram sent Hanuman, no? Remember Ramayana? Him go and commit suicide. I'm coming. Yes. And then Bharat was handing over the kingdom to Ram. Ram said, no, I cannot accept. So why you cannot accept? I want to first see whether all the citizens are working according to the Varnashram. If they are not working, I don't want it. See how important this is? You follow? And now here all messed up. You follow? If there is no Varnashram, Varnashram means what? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. What? Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas. This is Varna and Ashram. You understand? And all of them must serve who? In this Varnashram and you don't serve Krishna, then you will fall down. You will what? It's very important. Varnashram doesn't mean that you just become Brahmana. You all must surrender to 1153. Ya esam purusham sakshat atma prabhavan iswaram na bhajanti avajanante sthana brasti patanti adaha. Any members of the 4 varnas and 4 ashram who fail to worship the personality of Godhead, the source of their own creation, or who intentionally disrespect Him, will fall down from their position into a hellish state of life. So if you are in the varnashram and you don't worship Krishna, then you will what? Fall down. Understand? Like now, nobody is doing. The Brahmin, they are, what Brahmin? Huh? Yeah? And you go and ask him the philosophy, he says, Nirakar. Huh? Yes? Yeah. How confused they are. You understand? And everything is messed up in Kali Yuga. Everything is no law, no order. Yes. Yes. So how in Kali Yuga you can have any peace of mind? Correct? Even you try to run a society, the opposition will come and try to close you down. It's not so much prominent here, but it's prominent in other countries. Example, I was in China, I was giving, are we going to do a program? And the police came and knocked me. Program can cancel, cannot do. Take our passports. Lucky they just did that. What if they take you inside? Which they do? Take out your organ and send you home. Huh? You understand what? How everything is very much what? Corrupt. You understand? That's why you need protection. You cannot just preach without the support of the Kshatriya king. Yes? Otherwise how to do? Just like the incident is Gaudiya, he was doing Mangala Arati and they came and cut his head off. How you like that? You're doing Mangala Arati and your head gets cut off. It's a nice thing. Huh? See how relevant and important it is. Therefore, Kshatriya's arms to what? Protect you from getting hurt. Kshatriya. Cha means what? Hurt. Triya means to protect you from getting hurt. The meaning of Kshatriya. Yes. The duties of the Kshatriyas are even spoken of by Bhishma Dev. You know, you can go to 1:9. (26). So what are the roles of the Kshatriyas? The Kshatriya, the member of the administrative class, is especially advised to give charity and not to accept charity in any circumstance. Modern administrators raise subscription for some political function but never give charity to the citizen in any state function. Yeah? They are the worst. Right? Do they give you donation? You go to their office, they will take your donation. Tax, yes? See? form. It is just the reverse in the injunctions of the Shastra. Administrative class must be well versed in the Shastra, but must not take to the profession of teachers. Are they well versed in Shastra? They don't even know. You see how the whole thing has become contaminated. Yeah? Their energy should be especially directed toward killing the thieves, the dacoits, the black marketers and all such undesirable elements of the society. You understand? They are supposed to protect. Correct? The administrators should never pretend to become non-violent and thereby go to hell. The Kshatriya duty to become what? Violent. He cannot be? Yes? And nowadays, the Kshatriya, the so-called ministers and all, where the war, they are somewhere miles and miles away. And the poor soldier is dying. Yeah? Yes, you see how it has become. But before, the king, he is in the front, leading all his men. Yes? Correct. See how the fighting spirit, the Kshatriyas. But now, oh, Minister of Defense is somewhere else, not to be seen. Correct? Then, when Arjuna wanted to become non-violent coward on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he was severely chastised by Lord Krishna. Yes, the Lord degraded Arjuna at the time of the status of an uncivilized man for his avowed acceptance of the cult of non-violence. The administrative class must be personally trained in military education. Cowards should not be elevated to presidential throne by dint of numerical votes. That's what's happening. Correct? The president is becoming a president by what? Not by qualification. Yeah? And usually they are very corrupt. Huh? Yes? And they will have so many bank balance. Yes? Correct? You see? Huh? The monarchs were all chivalrous personalities, and therefore monarchy should be maintained provided the monarch is regularly trained in the occupational duties of a king. In fighting, the king or the president should never return home without being hurt by the enemy. If he goes there and he comes back, no blood on his body, then the wife will reject him. I think you didn't go to war. Yes? I think how they send the husband to war, they will cut the thing, take some blood and put on the... Yes? Have you seen? A Kshatriya woman, yes? The husband going to fight, he didn't say don't go. She is taking blood, correct? And she is putting on his head. Go. Yes? Yes or no? This is the mood of the... Because they should come back with blood on the body. See here? If there is no blood, that means this guy went and hide somewhere, something. You follow? See the qualities. That's the spirit. The one? Yeah. Chivalrous. Understand? The so-called king of today never visit the war field. As I said, they are miles and miles away. Are you fighting? Please fight. And this guy is hiding somewhere. Right? He is very much expert in artificially encouraging the fighting strength in the hope of false national prestige. As soon as the administrative class is turned into a gang of mercantile and laborer men, the whole machinery of government becomes polluted. Finish. That's what's happening now. Yes? You understand? Now the qualities of Kshatriya has been completely compromised. Third class men, even worse, fourth, fifth class men are becoming administrators. They are trying to rule. And how they will rule? Huh? Like this, hiding somewhere and taxing everybody, correct? You understand? Next. This is Vaishyas, right? So you see how Bhishmadev is speaking about the Kshatriyas. Huh? I think next verse, 27. He then explained by division acts of charity, pragmatic activities of a king, and activities of salvation. Then he described the duties of women and devotees both briefly and extensively. Let's go. Rajadharma is a great science. Unlike modern diplomacy for political supremacy, the kings were trained systematically to become munificent and not merely be tax collectors. Now it has become another way. They don't give charity, they are always collecting what?
Taxes.
They were trained to perform different sacrifices only for the prosperity of the subjects. So if you don't spend money on what? Fire sacrifice, then you have to spend the money on gunpowder. You know what is gunpowder? Huh? Either you spend money on this fire or you have to spend money on that fire. Spend money on bullets. Huh? Correct? Why you spend money on bullets? Unnecessary war, tension will come. But if you do sacrifice for Krishna, then you avoid this thing. It's explained here, see? They were trained to perform different sacrifices. That's the duty of the king. He collect tax to do what? Sacrifice. Yes. All the king, Yudhishthira, he did the what? Rajasuya sacrifice. Right? Sometimes they do Ashwamedha Yajna, correct? But in Kali Yuga, all these are difficult. The only thing you can do is what? Chanting, Harinam, chanting. Yes? Yes? To lead the prajas to the attainment of salvation was a great duty of the king. See that? The father, spiritual master and king are not to be irresponsible in the matter of leading the subject to the path of ultimate liberation from birth, death, disease and old age. Pitana sasyat, Guruna sasyat. Hello. 5:18. You understand it says here? Huh? Guru na sasyat, swajano na sasyat, pita na sasyat, janani na sasyat, devam na tatsyan, na patischa sasyan, na mochayat, ya samupetya murtyam. One who cannot deliver is dependent from the path of repeated birth and death should never become a spiritual master, a relative, a father, a husband, a mother, or a worshipful demigod. You understand this? It's not that only the Brahmins have to do this preaching. Even the king has to be what? Responsible to teach, to make sure their subjects are all getting spiritually elevated. You understand? That's why they are called Raja Rishis. You understand? Their purpose in life is to elevate the citizen. Are you following? Yeah? So one cannot be a responsible person if he lacks the knowledge to help deliver his dependence. Understand? Sometimes they say, no, Mata Pita is your real God. When you try to join the temple, no, the first God is Mata and Pita. Huh? Yes? What do you say? Mata Pita is real God, So every day you touch the feet of your mother and father. Huh? Yes? Why? Yes, we don't say no. Provided the Mata and Pita can deliver you. Can they deliver you? Huh? In fact, materially, yes? Go. 6:5:20. Yes? 6:5:20. Narada Muni had asked how one should ignorantly defy one's own father. The Haryaswad understood the meaning of this question. One must accept the original instruction of the Shastra. According to Vedic civilization, one is offered a sacred thread as sign of second birth. One takes his second birth by dint of having received instructions in the Shastra from a bona fide spiritual master. Therefore, Shastra, scripture, is the real father. Yes? All the Shastras instruct that one should end his material way of life. Shastra says, Ataha Brahma Jigyasaha. Correct? Yes or not? All the Shastra instruct that one should end his material way of life. If one does not know the purpose of the father's order, the Shastra, he is ignorant. The words of a material father who endeavors to engage his son in material activities are not the real instruction of the father. You understand this? So who is your father? Yes? And your duty is to what? You have come to this material world because you made some mistake in your last life. And if someone is guiding you, he should guide you to what? What? Yeah. 5:17. If someone is ignorant and addicted to the path of samsara, yes, how can one who is actually learned, merciful and advanced in spiritual knowledge engage him in fruitive activity and thus further entangle him in material existence? Huh? If a blind man is walking down the wrong path, how can a gentleman allow him to continue on his way to danger? How can he approve this method? No wise or kind man can allow this. Yes? And if your father is doing this to you, then what? What you should do? Stay at home and worship his lotus feet? And go to hell. And go where? Huh? What? Go home, back, go home.
Go back home, back to hell.
Huh? You understand? So it's the duty of an enlightened person to make sure he goes on the right path. And if he is going on the wrong path, you should somehow or other, what? Help him. Yes? 5:15. If one is serious about going home, going back home, back to Godhead, we must consider the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the summum bonum and chief aim of life. If he is a father instructing his son, a spiritual master instructing his disciple, or a king instructing his citizen, he must instruct them as I have advised, without being angry. He should continue giving instruction, even if his disciple, son or citizen is sometimes unable to follow his order. Ignorant people who engage in pious and impious activity should be, hello, go on, should be engaged in devotional service by all means. They should always avoid fruitive activity. If one puts into bondage of karmic activity his disciple, son or citizen who is bereft of transcendental vision, how will one profit? It is like leading a blind man to a dark well and causing him to fall inside. How he can do this? Do you understand this word? Yes? Huh? But they are not doing this. No king, no father, nobody is doing these things. Yes? In fact, everybody are falling in the dark. Blind leading the Anda yatanda upaniyamana tepi sitanta urudami badas. You know that? Huh? 7:5. What? Blind. Blind leading the blind. That's all is happening. And everybody is falling in the ditch. So you see how the Kshatriya order, the Brahminical order, they all play a very big role. The father, the king. Yes? And now practically there is no more guidance. Correct? And even if you want to come and take guidance, they come and take you home. No, blind. Yes? Correct? Which is the most important thing to do? To find a way to get out of this mess or to get further entangled? Yes, at the purpose. See? Nate vidu swartha gati me Vishnu, brasa he bairartha manina, anda yatanda upaniyamana tepisi tantra urudami badaha. They don't know. They don't know nothing. You go to 7:5:30. You see how our whole society is messed up. Yes? They do not know. Persons who are strongly entrapped by the consciousness of enjoying material life and who have therefore accepted as their leader, or similar blind man attached to external sense objects, cannot understand that the goal of life is to return home back to God and engage in the service of Lord Vishnu. As a blind man guided by another blind man meets the right path and fall into ditch, materially attached man led by another materially attached man are bound by the ropes of fruitive labor which made of very strong cords, and they continue again and again in the materialistic life, suffering the threefold misery. This is what's going on. This is exactly. Yes? And nobody knows anything. Completely confused. And then they say, this is life, what to do. Suffering is what? Way of life. Suffering is what? Way of life. The whole purpose of human brain is to put a stop to the suffering. Is it not? Yes. And therefore you have to go to somebody bona fide who can help you come out of the suffering. Is it not? Huh? Yes. So we have to know who's to accept an authority. Who to accept as an authority? Not a blind man. Not a? Yes. Practically everyone is what? You follow? See how detrimental it is and how dangerous it is to be misled. To be what? Therefore, a king's duty, the parent's duty, the guru's duty is to work towards para upaka. Para upaka. Yes? What? What? Para upakar means what? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bharata Bhumi Manusya Yar. Janma Sartaka Kari Para Upakar. Whoever is born in this Bharat, their duty is to first become Krishna conscious and then what? Help others. And they are, first of all, what Krishna conscious? Huh? Yes? Completely misguided. Completely what? Misguided. They don't know. They are completely lost. So in this situation, there is no proper hope. Everything is messed. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. He knows. Kali Yuga is what? It's going to be messed up. You follow? Therefore, we just teach everybody to do one thing. What is that one thing? There's not going to be any Kshatriya, this, that, nothing. You are practically left to swim in this play all alone. Yes? So it says here, 12:351. Yoga is an ocean of faults. Everything is messed up. Kale dosha nide rajan astiha eko mahan guna. Kirtaneva Krishnasya mukta sangha param vijay. That's all. Yeah, my dear king, although Kali Yuga is an ocean of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. Simply by chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom. Despite all this so-called bad qualities, one good thing you can do. What is that? Huh? You can do good thing by what? Unfortunately, see here, 12:344. About to die, a man collapses on his bed. Although his voice is faltering and is hardly conscious of what he is saying, if he utters the holy name of the Supreme Lord, he can be freed from the reaction of fruitive work and achieve the supreme destiny. But still, people in the age of Kali will not worship the Supreme Lord. Hello? No time. Huh? Dying. Chant. No time. Yes. Yes. Yes or no? All can be made so simple if you just say, Hare Krishna. That's it. And you will not do it. Understand? Therefore, people are born in Kali Yuga are the most unfortunate. They are most? I think it's 1110. Prayena alpayusha sabya kalau asmin yuge jana manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya he upata. This is the position of people who are born in, what is that? O learned one, in this iron age of Kali, men are almost always have short lives. They are quarrelsome, lazy, misguided, unlucky, and above all, always disturbed. This is the position now. That's why everything is finished. In Kali Yuga, everything is. Yes? So, only hope. There's no Brahmin, there's nobody. Only one thing you can do. What is that? And if you don't want to do that, then what protection you going to get? Yeah? It's going to be a mess. Going to be a? Yes? Do you understand? Understood or not? Huh? Didn't understand. Alright, so any questions? You see, Varnashram system means not that you go and get some land and keep 2 cows. That is not Varnashram. Varnashram system means to put Krishna in the center. You understand? That's the, like here. Some of you are trained to become what? Brahmin. Some of you will be trained to be administrators. Some will try to do business, correct? And some will just become, do some work like laborers. Yes? So all of you will work with who? Krishna in the... That's Varnashram. You understand? One is Devi Ashram, another one is Asura Varnashram. Asura Varnashram is what's going on now, all by birthright. There is Asura. You understand? Asura Varnashram means you are not, you are Brahmin. Then yeah. But our qualification is what? As Krishna said, 4:13. Hello? 4:13. So here Krishna says in this verse, Chaturvarnya Maya system, Guna and, he never said Janma and Karma. Did he say that? He said Guna Karma, this division is according to one Guna and one quality and work. So if a person doesn't have the qualification, then he cannot. So in here, India, the problem now is that everybody are becoming so-called Brahmin by birthright. So that is called Asuric Varnashram. You understand? And that is finished. Nobody likes that. Because the person without qualification, when he takes up the order, he will make what? A mockery. Yes? Because he will do nonsense. And that will disturb everybody else. If the head goes crazy, what will happen? You have to go and bring them to the madhouse. If somebody has a crazy head and you follow him, what you become? You also become crazy. Correct? So therefore, that kind of Varnashram is not, what we say, acceptable. Our Varnashram is called Devika Varnashram, which means out of qualification. You understand? So a person is trained according to his qualification. I am sure most of you are not coming from Brahmin family, right? You are all coming from Brahmin family. Except for him and him, I think. Yeah? Yes? but you are developing the qualities of being Brahminic. Yes, yes, that is the qualification. You understand? So when we put that Varnashram in order, then yes, that's what Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta was talking about. A Varnashram system based on qualifications. You follow? Based on? Yes. And when we do that, then the society again will be peaceful. Yes. But if you go and do the other Varnashram system, then everything is chaotic. Correct? Yes. In fact, the government is abolishing these Brahmins. They bring in scheduled castes. Even the Brahmins also saying, I am scheduled caste, because there are more benefit there. Everybody don't want to put their what? Caste name anymore. All go one name only. Why? Because there is no benefit. Yes. You understand? It has become so corrupt, the whole thing. So instead of correcting it by introducing it by qualification, they have corrupted it completely. And Gandhi, he again started another whole mess. Harijan. He stamped everybody. What? Everybody is Harijan. Huh? That mess. People have no qualification. Sudras of the lowest order, they are Harijan. You understand? So this is the problem. It requires some training. So Acharyas like Prabhupada and they wanted us to do that. You follow? Like now here. You are trained. If you go and now you are devotee, you go and break principle, what will happen? Immediately you will be kicked out. Yes? Correct? Yes? Of course the gurus are doing that. This is another problem. So we are rejecting that. We are? Yes. So we have to be careful to protect the orders. And that's what Prabhupada wanted. Yes, not the Varnashram, you buy one land and keep 2 cows. Prabhu, I am doing Varnashram. That is not. Varnashram is preaching, yes. Making devotees, assigning them to their qualities, yes. That's Varnashram. Firstly, Varnashram means to establish the Brahman, the head first. If there is no head, then how the body will work? Yes? Correct? So we need the, and that's preaching. Correct? What else? I cannot hear.
Is he saying Sanatan Dharma, Varnashram Dharma, same thing?
What?
Sanatan Dharma is another name of Varnashram Dharma, is it?
No. Sanatan Dharma means our eternal occupational duty to the Lord. And everybody is duty bound to serve the Lord. That is Sanatan Dharma. Our qualities, you understand, just like Prabhupada explained. When you take fire, what is the quality of fire? Fire and heat. Yes, that's the quality. That is the constitutional position of fire. Yes? What is the constitutional position of water? Liquidity. Yes? If water, of course it may become ice, but that's temporary. Eventually it comes to liquidity. So that's the constitutional position of what? Similarly, what is your constitutional position? What? To develop your loving relationship with God, to serve Him. Yes, that's called Sanatan Dharma. Eternal, your eternal occupation or duty. You understand? Whereas Varnashram is the social and what? Spiritual order. You understand? Huh? So inside Sanatan Dharma, there is Varnashram. You follow? So some of the duty of the soul is to become Brahman, some of them are what? Kshatriya, some are Vaishya, some are Sudra, some are Brahmin, Brahmachari, some are Vanaprastha, some are Grahastha, Vanaprastha, and so this thing, that's why you got the swastika, correct? Why you draw the swastika? You following Hitler. Why you draw the swastika? Huh? Yes, the 8 legs, correct? So this is called Varnashram system. You follow? Everything has a purpose. Because there is no proper guidance, everything has become messy. Yes, that's why acharyas come. Why they come? To help again revive this. Otherwise society will be so painful to live. Yeah? How much painful if you don't have Krishna consciousness? What you will do? Eat meat, illicit sex, gambling, intoxication. Yes? You see all your friends, what they do? Huh? Chanting Hare Krishna, your friend. Huh? What? Every time going to the what? The pub. And the what? What do you call it? Bar. No, they go to the disco. Huh?
Nightclub.
Correct? Why? That's what they want to do. Yes? And you call them to come here to chant, oh, no time. Yes? See how the whole thing has become messy. Right, you understand? Yes? No question. What's the question?
He's asking, does Dashavatar signify evolution of human?
That's the Mayavad. The Mayavad say, see, the first thing came from the fish. Understand? But evolution, even, life starts from the lowest, that is the fish. Right? But evolution doesn't mean like the modern thing, they say from the fish it becomes what? And then from there you become what? Tree. And then finally become human. That evolution theory we don't accept. Yes, we started from the lowest and that's the fish. We don't say no. But when the fish is there, the human being is also there. You understand? You follow? So their philosophy is Darwin's theory. The fish became human being. Now fish are becoming human. Is there any incident? Huh? I mean the theory is bogus. You understand this? Yeah. At any point of time, there always all the species are there. You understand? Then what about dinosaurs? What about dinosaurs? Is it real or not real? Real. You studied dinosaurs in school, right? Did you study? Huh? They say that age extinct, all that died. Yes? Do you accept it? Why you don't accept? Because you are in front of me. Huh? You don't accept this. Huh? So by fossils and bones they show you and you accept. So means you accept. I want to know whether you accept or not. You accept. Yeah, he accepts dinosaurs. Well, he's coming from them. Yes? What about all of you? Why no? How you counter this argument? How? Huh?
Other species could also have been extinct, while they are still existing now.
They say no. Only dinosaurs, tetrosaurs, this sources, that sources, all sources. Yes?
They could also be beings from other planet. They came to each other.
Hello? Don't speculate. Every species are in every part of the whole universe. You understand? Go to 10:51. So here, this is the answer for this. (10:52:2). Okay. Now here in this verse, Muchukunda, he burned the what? Kalainimi, correct? After he burned it, he came out of the cave. Go to the first verse, you can see. My dear king, the thirst Sukadeva Goswami said, my dear king, thus graced by Lord Krishna, Muchukunda circumambulated him and bowed down to him. Then Muchukunda, the beloved descendant of Ishwaku, exceeded through the mouth of the cave. He came out. Yes? Now what did he see? Next. Seeing that the size of all human beings, animals, trees and plants was severely reduced, and thus realizing that the age of Kali was at hand, Muchukunda left for the north. What does this mean? What does this mean? Understand? That means everything was very, very big size. You follow? So, if you find a fossil of a lizard, let's say, then what you will come? Oh, this is a dinosaur. You understand? There is no dinosaurs. The fossils are all what? I don't say all lizards. There are different animals. Correct? You go and see some of the Komodo dragon. Correct? How big it would have been? Yes? But they speculate. Oh, tetrosis and desophis and all nonsense. You understand? Huh? This is Shastra. Everything is reduced by science. You follow? Huh? Understand? See, this is how they manipulate and cheat. In one of their archaeological, digging, they found a big fossil of some animal, they say, dragon. And beside it, there was a footprint of a man. Huh? There was a footprint of a man beside that big fossil. So how the footprint of the man come there? How? This is all some crazy theory. But in our understanding, Brahma created everything. Yes, he didn't make only dinosaurs, did he? Is there any information in any of scripture that dinosaurs were there created? No. Yeah, how their education system is very, and they're selling the toy, poor children are buying. Oh, dinosaurs. I think you also played with those toys, I'm sure. Of course you were denied for fear of being humiliated, but you must have played with it. Yes? Yeah. See how the whole thing is a nonsense. Yes? Yeah. I'm showing you a verse. Correct? You follow? So we must be very thorough in our work as Shastra to know. So you must know when you speak to someone and he says dinosaurs, you say you must bogus. Yes? Correct? Not bogus. Indian dinosaur is real. Any other questions? Yes.
Everyone, those brahmanas are there, they are like demons. They have given them chance to born as a brahmana and
In this case, they were given a chance, but they messed it up. Understand? If you are born as Brahmin and start meditating, it's just like gambling. Where you go? Vaikuntha. Come on. That's what's happening. Understand why this has happened. Krishna also got a plan. He knows how to spoil everything. Because Kali Yuga, everything is what? Messed up. So, the best way to mess it up is put some crazy Brahmins and mess it all up. Yes? Huh? And everybody see that, oh, Bengali Brahmin can eat fish? Hello? Yes? No, egg is vegetarian. Huh? Yes. You see how they pollute everything. You go and see now, everybody is eating eggs. Now is what? Sweet and bakery. Last time was only sweets, now sweet and bakery. That means egg eating has become very... You see how this is all coming? And who starts it? Iyengar Bakery. Who is Iyengar? Iyengar means who? Huh? Understand? That's why it says in that verse, they will mess up everything.
They have left their life in the last.
You have to speak up. I cannot hear you, you know.
In the last past life, they have left their bhakti life in the midway or.
No, they were demons. They were given a chance. They misuse. But if you are a devotee and you fall down, that's the question of Arjuna, not about all these Brahmins, you understand? He's talking about a devotee who does not make it, fall down. Halfway he fall down, correct? What happened to them? That's the question. He's not talking about the so-called Brahmin. They are going to hell. You understand? There's no doubt about it. Where they, you understand? But these devotees who somehow or by unfortunate thing they could not complete, they go there and they come back. You understand? There are two different things. Someone who is practicing and could not make it. Not someone who is namesake Brahmin. What? That is not acceptable. Those people are the worst corrupt person. Yes? You follow? They are not going nowhere, but where? Yeah. Yes, especially if you eat meat, where you go? Vaikuntha. Huh? Where? It says in this verse, those meat eaters who practice irreligion, and you go 16:42. How can a religious system that produces envy of oneself and of others be beneficial to oneself and for them? What is auspicious of following such a system? What is actually to be gained? By causing pain to one's own self due to self-envy, and by causing pain to others, one arouses your anger and practices irreligion. Hello? Cases what? Pain, killing others. Killing what? You create what? You create, arouse the anger of the Lord. Huh? Understand? Hello? Clear?
Actually, once there was a situation on eBay. He said that Lord Ram gave me, and many people saw that it became viral video, and many people even accepted that it is a movie. But how to deny that?
Tomorrow I said Ram had stool. Would you also go and start eating stool?
Actually, how to deny?
Nonsense. You understand? If someone says some nonsense, you don't have any head to think. Now I am giving a class here. Right? If I don't show anything here, I just speak, you will accept blindly. Will you accept? Nonsense. You have to question, right? So in order to prove myself, I have to show the word of God. Ram ate meat where? Show me. Yes. That they also started eating meat. Then they must be fools. They must be what? Better they all go to hell. Because a fool should go to hell, no? What is the use of living? Yes? Fool. You understand? This is the problem. They don't what? Question. Like now, I am asking any question. So you can ask what? Yes? To clarify. Yes? Definitely you cannot ask question because I am showing you what? Huh? If I don't show you and I say, alright, you all start eating meat tomorrow. Devotee was eating the fruit and then giving to Ram. Yeah? That is there. I never read that Ram what? Prabhu is God. So God would be put into a situation he had to eat meat. Tell me, this is all. And here it is says, if you create pain to others, he arouses anger and he will happily eat. Right? So don't buy all this fairy stories, right? Yes? Correct. You should learn how to counter this. You have to learn how to counter this. Yes? What? Yes? This is not the word? Yes? He is angry when you create pain to others and he will eat up. Hello? I am showing you a verse. Huh? So you go and bring that verse from your Ramayana and say that Ram had meat. Yes? You show me, no? Correct? I am showing you this is nonsense. You show me your belly. Then? Correct? Otherwise I will beat you with shoes. Huh? Oh, fair one. Yes? Yes? Nonsense. You understand? All these people are there. Oh, because he is eating meat, he likes to eat meat. I can show you some more verses that's how you cannot do this thing. You understand? You can go 3, 29, 21, 22, 23 like that. You go. 21, 3, 29, 21. Okay, read, see, yeah? Hello. I am present in every living entity as the super soul. If someone neglects or disregards that super soul everywhere and engage himself in worship of the deity in the temple, this is simply imitation. That means the Lord is in the heart of everybody. And if you do not care for the heart, the Lord in the heart, and you do big puja, that means it's simply what? Imitation. Next verse. If one who worships the deity of Godhead in the temple but does not know the Paramatma is situated in every living heart, must be in ignorance and compared to one who offers oblation to ashes. So if you know the Lord in the heart, can you kill the person? Can. Huh? Hello? Some more, next verse. One who offers me respect but is envious of the bodies of others and is therefore a separatist never attain peace of mind because of inimical behavior towards other living entities. Hello? How many verses you want me to show you? Huh? Next verse. My dear mother, even if we worship with proper ritual and paraphernalia, a person who is ignorant of my presence in all living entity never pleases me by the worship of my deities in the temple. He says what? Big Acharya. Yeah? Correct? See? Hello? Next verse. Performing his prescribed duties. Hello, you go up, no, how am I going to read? One should worship the deity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead until one realizes my presence in one own heart and the heart of other living entities as well. Next verse. As blazing fire of death, I cause great fear to whoever makes the least discrimination between himself and other living entities because of a differential outlook. You understand? Oh, cockroach! Ah, you say like this. Tamil, you seeing the soul in the, right? You're making a what? Discrimination. Understand? Are you following? How much? So, any more questions?
I have a question. So, it is mentioned, of course, in this verse also, that it says that, Narayana is saying to Prachinabari that you kill so many animals for sacrifice, so they're waiting for you to die so that later they will inflict pain upon you. So, but also, according to Shastric injunction, Kshatriyas are allowed to hunt animals and kill them in order to get the spirit of violence so that they can go fight in a battlefield. So, how we understand these two things? So, like there is violence in both cases. Like we see the previous verse that you had showed, that one should not inflict pain upon other entities. So, how we connect these two things?
See, the Kshatriyas are allowed to hunt to keep the population in control. Because the sadhus all are going to the jungle to do the meditation. If there are too many wild animals, then they will affect them. So they go there to maintain, correct, the population of that animal. For that purpose, you justify. But you simply go on hunting mission, killing around, you are responsible. That's what the story about this king Prachinabai. He went just simply, Narada told him, you do this kind of hunting, all the animals with what? Steel horn are waiting for you. You follow? You understand? So you have to learn how to do your respective duty of Prabhu. And every endeavor, hello, go, 1846. Next verse. Next verse. Every endeavor is covered by some fault, just as fire is covered by smoke. Therefore, one should not give up the work born of his nature, O son of Kunti, even if such work is full of fault. Every work is full of Brahmin also. He has to do animal sacrifice, cut the animal, doing this. Yeah? Yes? So, what to do? Krishna is said, you have to, everything is faulty, correct? But we offer the result to sacrifice. You understand?
So for Krishna's purpose, it is okay.
That is also, you have to justify it, no? Not simply you go on hunting mission. Today I am going on what? Tiger. If the tiger is killing somebody, then yeah, you have to go and kill the tiger. Yes? Correct? If the tiger is peacefully living, you go and kill the tiger. Yes? You have to be practical, no? Correct?
Actually, one of the lectures also Srila Prabhupada was mentioned, if Krishna would have said that you can eat meat and offer it, then we will do that.
If Krishna said, but he didn't say. So, yes? The Prabhupada is making the point that how he will just follow Krishna. If Krishna said, then he will do. Correct?
Yes, we also do, many people ask, where is the verse that Krishna said we should not eat non-veg specifically, meat specifically? Because Krishna only classifies food into Rajagun, Tamagun, and then Sattvagun. But where does it mention that Krishna we should not eat meat? Directly.
In the Bhagavad Gita. Huh? Why other books cannot? Huh? What?
Generally, people like
So how to answer this question?
So whatever Krishna wanted, he has already mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, like verse he was so listed.
Hello? He's asking verse, Prabhu. I can show many verses. No problem. 7, 15, I think it's 11. 7, 15, 11. Where? Non-violent. See this. Go somewhere. Go one more. No. You go to 9. Go to 9. Seven, 15, 7. So fish in the Sundar ceremony. Even if one is a Chatra, he himself should not eat such things. When suitable food prepared with ghee is offered to saintly person, the function is pleasing to the forefathers and the Supreme Lord, who is never pleased when animals are killed in the name of sacrifice. Hello? He also quoted the verse 11, 5, 14. Yeah? What? You showed 11, 5, 14. 17, 10. Then he says no. This just shows that Sattvagun, Rajagun, food in the mouth, food are putrefied, this, that.
So that meat is
Not direct, he wants direct. He wants the word, meat cannot be eaten. You understand? That's what he means. So here, see? Okay, go to the bottom. Is it? The creature whose flesh I am eating here and now will consume me in the next life. That thirst meat is called mamsa, as described by learned authority. So when you allow, I didn't say no. You eat, correct? Next life, they will eat you. Is that intelligent thing? And for Krishna, you cannot offer meat. Why? He said, Patram, Pashmam, Kulam. Otherwise, he would have said, give me eggs, give me fish, give me meat. Yes? Didn't say. Correct? So if he didn't say, means what? You can offer. What? It's a thing, no? Correct? You follow? So this is how they want to challenge you. I also read your Gita, there's no meat, fish, egg. You never say? Right? That's why you must read the book with the help of an Acharya. You follow? And in the purport, the Prabhupada is writing, correct? You cannot offer meat, fish, eggs. Correct? Acharya, pass on. You cannot understand Bhagavad Gita just by the verses. Cannot. That's why you go and get the what? Book, Gita Press. And you try to read. You became devotee. What? What? You must have what? Spiritual master? Yes? You must explain this. You follow? Yeah? This is nonsense, Vivekananda. Yes? Okay. Anything else? Huh? Nothing more.
You told that these creatures in the previous ages, they were large, big in size. These are the reptiles and other creatures, they were big in size. So those fossils only we are finding nowadays. So like those reptiles are still existing now, but the size has become small. So in that case, they may say that, well, this is also an example of evolution, that their sizes are decreasing. This is also kind of evolution.
Evolution doesn't mean their size becomes small. Evolution means they evolve from one species to another. They don't reduce in size. You understand? And if you say that dinosaurs have also reduced in size, where are they? The fossils. You understand? How to believe this? Correct? We saying that this animal, this fossil of this animal, not necessarily dinosaurs. It could be so many other reptiles. Yes. You understand? So you have speculated and say, oh see this is dinosaur. How to believe? Can you believe them? Huh? Yeah. No proof. They cannot. Yes, I better believe the Shastra than your so-called science. Yeah? Yes? So we should counter the argument like this. Anyway, the explanation I am giving is very logical. Yeah? Huh? Can you prove other way? I don't think so. Yes? Can? Okay, thank you very much. Grantaraj Bhagavatam ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai.